back, everybody. This is episode 31 of Arc 2 of Better Than Heroes. I'm Rachel Weeks, and I play Klik, the level 8 Tohr-Kreen fighter.
Woo. What's that?
Oh, that was just a woo. That was a woo in support.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a hold the phone. Okay. Sorry,
Fair.
sorry.
I know you expect me to have us muted, Andrew, but I'm not. So.
I've never seen this show as support right out of the gates. I'm sorry. oh, my heart. It's fluttering. I'm Andrew Ovredahl. I play the human bard, Flute, a.K.A. the Windrider.
And I'm Jordan Dahl, and I play the Moonboy at level 8 Moonboy. I'm Aaron Urist, but I'm not here today.
I usually go after Aaron, so I was like, oh no.
Yeah, no Aaron. Crazy.
I have a perfect cover-up. What's the problem?
Yeah.
I normally play K.A.I, but I'm on vacation.
We are missing Aaron Urist today. Don't worry. Aaron and I have a plan for what exactly is going on with K.A.I, but I'm Harlan Kelly. I am the dungeon master of this game, so I play everybody else.
And we have one more episode with our special guest, comedian and author, Dan Sheehan is here.
Hello.
Yeah.
Good to see you all. I'm back
Thank
again.
you for coming back. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I'm
we tend to
stoked.
dawdle in dungeons.
No,
Mind if we check everything?
I am very down to punch things for another week. It is always fun.
We're so glad to have you back.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Thanks for coming here and hanging out.
Yeah.
Dan has some exciting stuff going on. Do you want to go ahead and plug that, Dan?
Yeah, sure. I'll plug at the top here. I've got a book that just came out last month. I have it right here. This is what it looks like. If you encounter it in the wild, that's my book. It's called I Am Not a Wolf. It is about a wolf pretending to be a man and trying his absolute best to maintain his ruse, and he's just not very good at it. So you it's a choose your own path story. If you ever have played one of those before, they're a lot of fun. It's a comedy just about how work is hard and being a person in the world is hard, and it would be even harder if you had paws instead of hands. So if any of that appeals to you, or you're a fan of loose deli meat or surprise vomit, the book has it all. It's available pretty much wherever books are sold. So yeah, it's out there.
One of my favorite comedic bits, surprise vomit. So just check out the box.
Mine too.
Yeah.
The first draft of the book, they had to tell me to take out at least one instance of surprise vomit. They were like, it's funny each time you do it, but you have one too many. There is diminishing returns on one of these, and
But
you're going
listen,
to need to select.
Getting it within one, that's pretty good.
Pretty good.
I was close. I was very close to
pretty good.
the perfect amount of surprise vomit.
Yeah. As a DM, I'm just glad there are vomit rules. That there's an amount that is established. So.
Yeah, there is a right number, I think.
Yeah. Cool.
In just a few moments, we are going to play some 5e Spelljammer-inspired Dungeons & Dragons tonight. But first, our show is brought to you by Big Top Productions.
Big Top?
It is live, soundtracked by Jason Wardell, who you can hear on the keys.
Pew, 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 pew.
And it is often directed by Case Drury of Tiger Moon Productions, who is also on vacation. And now, we're going to kick it to a special recap from Windrider.
Oh, me! Last time on Better Than Heroes. After deciding to free the Cove of Bones from an infernal pact made centuries ago, the Windrider and everyone else entered into a hidden hellmouth guided by kind local hero Gregory Punch, who was the only person known to have entered the hellmouth and lived to tell the tale. The crew was suddenly attacked by a scarecrow-like humanoid that Moonboy had made back on the ship. Windrider bided his time, going extremely late in the fight, and dished out a crippling 3 points of psychic damage. After the battle, the Windrider stood staunchly by as Moonboy investigated the various hallways of the Hellmouth, which were all heavily trapped except for a gigantic golden gate that was hidden by an illusion. After some baiting words from Gregory Punch, the gate opened, only to reveal crates full of mean-spirited hell deer, a pit of excitable carnivorous fish, and some sort of arcane machine that may or may not have been powered by the souls of the damned. While searching the area, Windrider found a mysterious note in his pocket saying that all these souls could be his. No big deal, nothing to tell anyone about. Gregory Punch became fed up with the antics of the infernal entity that presided over the Hellmouth and destroyed a power cell from the soul machine. Beside a huge vat of lava in the room, the party's path was unclear and they entered into the chamber of the magistrate, a giant goat-horned devil. Will the party be able to negotiate with this infamously cunning entity and free this pirate town from their ancient pact with the devil? Will Gregory Punch finally use his infernal fist to end this foul beast, or will meddling in the business of powerful interplanar beings finally catch up with the crew? Will we be able to finally wrap up this story arc, or will our long-suffering guest Dan Sheehan have to come back for a 4th episode? Find out right now on Better Than Heroes!
Oh, good
Very
job,
good.
Andrew. Hi, hello. Here we are. I had to set my water down for this one. In case chat, you are keeping score at home, this counts as hair down. The party.
Terrifying.
You all find
And
your...
that means...
That's a bad thing.
yeah, that's bad. That's bad.
As you all have seen this devil, you've conversed with it a bit. Gregory Punch has spoken with it. But you find yourself in a huge court, what clearly used to be a throne room of some sort for royalty. This decayed chamber is lit by the bright orange and red glow of a neatly partitioned vat of bubbling lava that covers most of the floor. As the glow fades toward the back of the room, you can still see a curved alcove along the northern wall, where there are 20 or so stone stairs that lead to the magistrate's throne. Slouching on this seat is the huge horned being that is known as the magistrate. He would have almost seemed like a wise goat-headed uncle if it wasn't for the oversized baddish wings, the cloven hooves, the sharp-tipped horns that could gore a horse in one swoop. Those things kind of make him seem a little less friendly. And past him, behind him, you can see the source of the mildewy glow lighting the back of this room. There are thick spindles of plant growth that flank him on either side. Each of these organic mandrels drip with a sleek violet ooze. You can't see exactly where these bits of plant have burst into the room, as their bases seem to descend into heavy mist that reflects the oscillating glow of the ooze and the vines themselves. The magistrate looks at you all and says, "Well, heroes, take my deal or die. It is your decision." And he goes down to scribbling again on this piece of paper that he has.
I'm gonna whisper to...
What was the deal we were offering again?
I
don't remember.
Oh, no, wait.
I don't remember the deal.
He's talking... He says...
I'm just so mad I wasn't even listening.
No, listen. The deal is we have to let him keep having souls and, like, wicked deeds and feeding on the people of the Cove of Bones. And,
kid.
no.
That seems like specifically what we came down here to avoid.
Yes. Windrider, tell him.
Right.
Sorry to pull back the curtain. And what, is K.A.I still with us? Or did he leave the room?
You can roll you can go roll a perception check.
Okay.
Bathroom.
Wow,
Robot
he's
bathroom.
usually pretty
Yeah.
easy to see.
He's in the bathroom the whole.
Yep.
The old bathroom trick again. Well, I rolled so terribly, I'm
demon.
not even gonna... I got a 5.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you are kind of like nothing is flagging your senses behind you of like being a problem behind you. The main problem to you, Windrider, is the huge vat of lava and giant horned devil in front of you.
Right.
So
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
there's no kind of like note of what K.A.I is doing behind you.
All right.
All right. I'll talk to him. We got this, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Klik and Gregory Punch, Bardic Inspiration.
Ooh, okay.
One D8 for you each.
And I'm gonna give you Flute guidance with a clap on the shoulder and be like,
No, you got this.
Right. I wish Kai was here to give me one of those darts that he's got, but that's all right. All right.
Yeah, I'll step forward to this devil like,
And I'm sorry, we didn't get your name, friend.
The magistrate, he says, not looking up from his paper.
He's
Oh,
got
that's not a name. That's a title.
That's what you may call me by.
Oh, right. Well,
I'm going to take out the note that I got that said all the souls could be mine and the place could be mine, and I'll kind of like wave it back.
I've been getting your notes, and I'm not interested.
I have not been writing you, he says, not looking up. He kind of chuckles and he says, I am not interested in sending you any messages.
I'm sort of taken aback by that.
Well, regardless, we're here to negotiate for the Cove and for our friend Gregory Punch. We slew your former captain, and now the Cove doesn't need a captain. We'll be taking over it from now on.
Oh, is that what you say? Is that what the deal you are putting forward to me?
Yes, we killed the captain you had in place, and now
It's about
our
time.
Cove.
It's about time someone gave you an unfair contract for once.
Well,
That seems like it's your whole vile little enterprise down here, isn't it? You draw up contracts that are very appealing at the time, but not very appealing later, and you wait until later, and then you reap the rewards. And we're here to say no more of that, sir.
yes,
Also-
that is true. It is an investment. It is, you get something big now, and then I get something in return later, and it is a rebalancing of the scales, a sort of loan of good fortune. Is that so wrong? You requested
imagine-
it, of sorts.
I know what I requested, and I know what I've taken in the meantime, but I assume you do this for some sort of foul, boss, patron, someone who is your better. You act like you're the boss, but you've got a title, which means, and the title's not boss, pal.
Well,
You're
but
not the boss of hell, so
he kind of looks over his glasses at you and says, "It's true, I am not the boss of hell, but I am the boss of this hell, Gregory.
how's it feel to be middle management, pal?
It feels better than being dead. It feels better than being, as long as I have something and someone to rule, I'm doing great, aren't I?"
King of lava and some gross fish. Very impressive. Incredible work.
does it seem like this is getting to him?
I don't know. Let's have Gregory. I would love you to roll an intimidation check, and
Yeah.
Moonboy, I would love
boy.
for you to roll an insight check.
Natural 20.
Oh, get that! Look at that!
Take that,
Oh, struck a nerve.
you assistant manager!
I mean,
right.
that's a 17, but I think I know what the answer's gonna be here.
Okay. All right. Yeah, with the 17, I even rolled for it, and you got it. You can see that there is just a slight amount of. You can see from the purplish green glow of the vines behind him. There is just more and more steam coming off of his wings and his horns. That he's not moving at all, but there is just this increase of smoke machine effect behind him.
He's steaming up.
Yes,
Steaming
I can punch verbally as well, friend, and that's not an ability you gave me.
Well, we came to free the Cove's name, and to also free Gregory from his contract. It seems you promised him he'd be a folk hero of sorts, but he wasn't there when we took over the Cove, nor did we ever hear of him in all the days when we roamed around, so your contract with him seems a bit piss, since we've only became aware of him right before coming down here.
Well, Flute Whimteaser. Are you here to be a hero yourself, then? Or you want to save this town? Because why? Why do you care?
Well, we already saved the town from the captain, and
Yes.
so now we lay claim to the town, and it's our cove.
And you saved the fish from their captors, and then you abandoned them. What of that?
How do you know about that?
You gave me the sinker.
Oh, right. Duh.
I totally forgot about that.
I've been thinking about
Right.
it a lot, actually.
I totally forgot about it too. I didn't think about it at all. I haven't thought about it at all in any way, in shape or form.
Right. Well, we couldn't bring them with us anymore, so we sent them back home. I wouldn't call that abandoning.
So what are you going to do with this town once they are free of their obligations? Send them home as well?
No, they'll live there, and we'll use it as our home as well.
Why do you wish to do this, Flute Whimteaser? Why do you wish to be a hero?
Because I've always wanted my own pirate cove, and now I have the chance to have it.
Well, I can give you a pirate cove. I can give you more than that, in fact. I can make it so you're never laughed at again unless you wish to be. I can give you...
Nobody laughs at me.
I like look around.
I would never. Hardworking,
Windrider.
nice person.
You watch your mouth.
He looks at you. I can give you renown throughout this crystal sphere and more. I can give you skill and ability beyond what was expected of you at Bard College, what your parents have. He looks at you and he kind of like resets himself and goes, I can make your parents proud of you. And
You don't think?
I'll kind of think about that for a moment and be like,
Well, that would mean that I played in a symphony somewhere, and I'm not interested in that. So, thanks anyway. And actually, we've all been doing all right so far without your help. We took over the Widower's ship. We killed Ventress. I have his sword here on my hip. We escaped an astro portamordial. We got away from a star dinosaur. We defeated a murderoid. We took
Tell
over a mind flayer ship.
That's right.
We've been doing all right in the renown department. We bested your champion and his crew,
Exactly.
and we took over the cove. So I don't
Yes.
think we need your help.
he says, that's true. You have made quite a name for yourself. Even I have heard of you. And I don't leave this place. He looks at you and he goes, so I take that as death rather than my deal, correct?
Well, your deal's just offering business as it was?
He kind of like, he says, I mean, I can give you renowned beyond what you are imagining currently, but you seem uninterested.
Moonboy
Be
laughs
cautious
out
of
loud
his
at
offer,
this.
friend.
Ha!
Yeah,
He's the Windrider.
and I'll point to Gregory, punch his fists, and I'll be like,
Also, I'm familiar with your deals, and I'm not especially interested.
Gregory is, he's failed to live up to the skill that I have given him because he just simply wishes to do petty good around the cove. He could be besting some of the biggest and worst of this crystal sphere, but he refuses.
Well, then how about I best you?
You could. He says you could try. He laughs. And then he kind of like desperately looks at Moonboy real quick, who like laughed, and he goes, Cyril, I could let you rebuild Lunastera. Not just return to it, you could be the one who saves it. And he like,
Listen to him.
he turns around his paper and there's just like a glow of a small orb like drawn on there and kind of like comes off of the paper and floats, and you see a planet that has this like white blue glow to it that you would recognize as Lunastera. And he says, after all these years, you could be the one who brings it back together after it is spun away. I know that you wish that.
Do you have it? How are you doing this?
Oh boy, it's a trick.
I'm friends with many powerful people. I could guide you to this. I could show you the way for how to do this.
All his deals end back here, right where we stand.
Punch? He says like a high school principal. Like,
You can't trick me again. I know how this works. Everything runs out eventually, and then here you are staring the devil in the face. And I won't let them be got.
I have rolled this. I've rolled a personal wisdom save, and I've beaten the check that I gave myself.
oh,
but
good work.
it was also because I gave myself advantage with.
And I set the DC at 2.
No, it was Gregory Punch's words, inspired the Moonboy, and he remembered. He goes, and I think he says out, he goes,
I know it comes tangled up with a deal with you. You old goat. Your deals don't have fair terms. There's people walking around up there who don't even know that down here there's a bunch of devils supping up their souls into tubes or whatever. Those people didn't sign any contract. Your contract died long ago.
The people of your world didn't sign any contract either, but yet they were spun away from their homes. Not all of them got to choose, but you decided good was to be done for them. Why is this any different?
I didn't decide. What do you mean?
He laughs and goes, You don't even know. Well, I can tell you. I can show you where there are more moon boys and moon girls.
Don't listen to him. We could find him without him.
I mean, like I say, I already passed my personal wisdom
Great.
check.
I already
so-
told you the important part. There are more.
Magistrate. Magistrate, our
I knew
business
that.
has never coincided with yours before. Why don't you tear up your contract for the Cove, tear up your contract with Gregory Punch. You can go on making contracts and deals down here. We'll go on living in the Cove, and Gregory Punch can go on with his life. What's it to you? Two contracts? I'm sure a magistrate of your power has so many contracts they're probably hard to count, right?
He looks around. He's like, and I want you to roll a persuasion check here. He's not going to immediately give up, but this is going to either accomplish something or not accomplish something with this contested roll real quick. It's on if you're getting through to him. Yeah.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. Oh my god. I got a natural 20.
Ooh,
Yes!
boy!
Come on!
Spicy day.
Spicy
Say
day.
it now.
I
The
see.
boys
So,
can talk
25 total.
so Aaron was just
Woo,
hogging
baby.
all of the natural 20.
Yeah, he was like he summoned the energy to himself, and now it's freely distributed amongst all of us.
He responds kind of annoyed and responds quickly and kind of without this drawl composure that he has before, and he's like, I have a very good deal worked out here. I sit at my post and guard what I need to, and I get all of the souls in return. So I thank you
Right,
very much.
so-
I will take no other deal, as I would prefer to just not have to lift a finger. And you kind of get that he is even annoyed by how much work he's having to do here. Gregory Punch is getting under his skin, and you're making sense to him in a way where he feels kind of lazy and just annoyed at your disturbance here, and annoyed that you already know all of his tricks.
Okay.
Well,
sit at
isn't
your
that better
post.
than not being around at all?
He
You
laughs.
can go on sitting here. You can go on making these contracts. You just tear up 2. No one will ever know about it. Who would we tell?
Yes, but then if I tear up one of them, I have to go and find other souls to power this engine, then don't I? Right now, the town just powers the engine, and I don't have to deal with it. And he goes, anyway, Klik, do you want the one who wronged you? I will deliver them to you. And he is now being more vice principal yelly at you again but it's now the point where, he got heckled and got a good laugh from the students in the gym, and he's trying to restore order here. And he's like, do you want the one? I will give you the opportunity to rightly earn a place back in your home. He says, I will deliver them to you with the strength that you need to defeat them and earn the honor of your home back. He says, you don't need them. All you need is power to guide you back to your home.
Any power I would receive from you is not earned myself and would land me right where I started. I cannot earn a space back amongst my own people by my own merits and my own deeds, and have I truly earned it? If it is doled out to me by some goat on a throne in the ground, did I truly earn that power?
Well, it depends on who you ask. You did make it to a devil, and you did get a power from a devil, so that is an accomplishment in itself. You've earned something there, haven't you?
Shout out Feats and Fables with the raid.
Yeah, I was gonna say. We got a raid. Hey, thank you.
Hi, hello. Hi, friends. Yes.
You think it was so hard to get through your little maze, to say hello to you? You opened the gate. You said, walk on in. We've earned nothing today. You're bored, and you're tired, and you've gotten lazy.
So get back into shape. You can go out, get souls the old-fashioned way. We'll go ahead and live in the cove, and Gregory Punch can go on being the folk hero that you don't think he is.
Roll a. I would like a. Rachel, can you have Klik roll an intimidation check here?
She sure will try.
Come on, Klik is due.
Okay. It's not great, but it's we're on the table. I don't make until that's a 17.
A 17. Okay, cool. Man, I also got a 17, so that makes the DC 17, so you got it. Yeah, so it looks at you and is like, I am unpleased with you bothering my space and my temple that is mine, my post to watch. The Undying Queen gave it to me, and so if you're going to come in here with your friends Gregory Punch and just futz with me, then I have something to say to you. And he kind of like lifts up his wings real big, and he's like, none of you will take my deal, so all of you will die. And he, with that, I would love for you all to go ahead and roll initiative here.
Can't say we didn't give this guy a chance. My goodness.
Sure, try.
Yeah, you sure tried. That is, you did great here. You did good, and you.
What was that about the lady? The
Undying Queen?
The Undying Queen.
Yeah, he's mentioned her a few times.
Has anybody gotten a history roll?
That's who Ches told us about her. She's from the Dream Eater world, I think. Or the Dream Eater mentioned it, but definitely linked to the Dream Eaters and that portal.
Right.
She's bad. She's bad news, whoever she is.
So if you have
I got a 14.
14, you absolutely can do it. Moonboy, if you want to do a roll for the Undying Queen, a history roll, you absolutely can. It's a difficult one. Gregory, what did you get on your initiative roll?
17.
17. All right, Moonboy, what did you get?
22.
22. Klik?
16.
16. All right, great. And then Klik, I would also have you do a perception check as well, if you could, as now that you are kind of like entering battle here, your senses heighten a bit and you get a chance to smell out what's cooking. That was,
I recall that.
That is a 13.
13. All right, cool. You notice that K.A.I is not there.
Great.
In the room with you.
Ruh-roh. I think this panics her a little bit.
K.A.I.
And
K.A.I?
so.
Oh man, I had guidance set. Oh, god damn it.
Moonboy's history roll, I would say, is negligible, and flavor-wise, I'm gonna say he is distracted by realizing that Klik realizes that K.A.I is gone.
Sure. Klik, are you like yelling that out? I would imagine.
I think she'll send a telepathic message to the crew. I don't think she's gonna scream it into the cave. But
Right.
yeah, shoot out like a K.A.I's missing to the crew.
Okay, great. Great. Then Moonboy, you can do a perception check real quick. And
far out.
Flute, you can do it as well.
Oh,
Quick
all right.
clarification on this map. So this whole circle in the middle is lava,
Correct.
right? And at this moment, there are no ways to the other side.
Correct. Yeah, there is a very
Okay.
thin rim that seems like
Yeah.
it would be hard to move quickly across, but is doable.
Yeah, and these like little poles in the middle would be a tightrope walking situation.
But yes, yeah, that is a much
Yeah.
harder DC. Absolutely.
I just clarifying for my own.
Can we feel the
brain.
heat coming off of this lava?
Oh, you can feel the heat. Absolutely.
Just checking, because there were some illusions. I got a 16 on that perception.
I got a 1.
Okay, cool. With a 16, Flute, you turn around and in that look around, you can see K.A.I has standing next to one of these green bars over here that Gregory Punch recently broke apart with a spell and allowed you to walk into this room. And there was some sort of like pulsing energy in them before, and you can see K.A.I has put his hands against one of the inactive green bars that is now pulsing with blue energy, but his head seems to be down, and like he's communing with it in some way.
Ooh.
Does it look like it's like a consensual communion, or is he seem distressed, like he's being sucked onto this thing?
Besner flies over to you, and Besner can record a quick audio message and from him, and it says, "Be right back."
Oh.
All right, take your time. There's no rush.
See, is that how he uses the bathroom?
Kai's playing with the lights back there, so
Setting the mood.
Yeah, but it does seem he's tapped into the structure of this room, and you get the gist of this that is he has a strategic play here. As Aaron
if you
Urist,
could drain the lava, do that first. Thank you.
Aaron Urist, forever the power gamer, even when he is not here. I mean that with love and respect. Okay, cool. In this initiative order here, now that this big devil has moved up here, and I will say, although you kind of got forced into combat, your successful rolls did help you in a couple of situations. So first up is Moonboy.
Also, my inner metalhead really hated not taking this guy's deal. I mean, a goat underground? Come on.
Luckily, you
Okay,
have Gregory Punch.
This was tough.
Moonboy is going to instinctively give himself over to the roiling moonfires that rage within him. I will be taking. Are we gonna? I guess I don't want to just straight up.
I love how casually you said he's gonna unveil the moonfires within him.
He burst into moonfire, screaming, white light, blah, 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 blah,
Sure.
blah.
And jeez, I guess I will take the. I guess I'm gonna take the archer. The archer form. So yeah, he kind of becomes this flaming moon with. You see the shape of an archer on the surface thereof. And I will attack with guiding bolt. I'm going to shoot. I'll shoot the magistrate. Why not?
Cool. All right. Absolutely. Shoot that shot. Roll that d20. Aim at that giant infernal being and tell me what you get.
Blast.
Is this brown bit? That's ground though, right?
That
Yes.
This
Yeah.
Out here.
Absolutely. You are
It's like,
correct.
this is gonna be a long fight if I cannot stand on anything. Chotkud
Yeah,
all the
I'm
way.
I'm screwed.
10 to hit.
All right. A 10 misses as your guiding bolt just flies past him here.
What about a 19?
19 does hit. Yes, as
Okay,
the
so-
one of the like extra stars flies off of your body.
Yes, a moonlit, if you will, a small whizzing satellite of moon rock, hurtling as though through the depths of space.
All right.
Clips the sky maybe in the wing and does an additional 6 damage.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that and what kind of damage is that?
That is... I don't know if it's any special kind of damage. Give me a second. Give
Sure,
me just
absolutely.
a hot second.
Alrighty.
And I'll tell you.
Great. Okay, cool. Yeah, but your fire just like flies over and this like it's probably radiant damage, but it like flies over and singes this devil's wing, and he looks at it and he's like,
Oh, jeez. It is 10 radiant damage
10.
because there's +4 that I missed.
all right, let's go. So yeah, he looks over and it just like burns a big hole in his wing, and he laughs and he goes, "It has been a bit since I have squashed some heroes," he says, deliciously kind of like cracking his neck as he flies up in the air. And would you like to move at all?
We're not heroes.
Say it. Say the whole line.
And yeah, you know what? The Moonboy is going to just kind of duck behind this side, this lip. I presume this is some sort of
Yeah, that is
hallway, trellis.
Yeah, that is a stone archway that is like let you in the room, so you can step back
Right.
into this room,
I
no
will hide.
problem at all. Okay, great. And that is going to bring up Gregory Punch. It is your turn here.
Okay, let me get a look here and see. I'm in a tough position as a puncher by trade.
Yeah.
Because I can't vault lava.
You can attempt to walk along the edge there, as Klik pointed out, but it will be a check to see if you can get across there.
I can also move people on my turn, but it will take my whole turn to do it. So if you need to get close, I could give you a lift.
I will, let me see. I've got an ability I can use before Klik moves me that might be useful right now.
Okay.
Let me read and make sure that it does what I think
It's like-
it does.
I can use the lift on Windrider, but I feel like plunging you into one-on-one combat with this devil is going to be
Yeah,
scary.
ooh, I can... Yeah, I'm gonna brace up for the fight. So I use one of my Moxie points to brace for attacks, and I roll my damage die plus my con modifier, and I get that as temp hit points.
Oh boy, man, this pugilist is so good.
So good.
So I get... My con modifier is 3, so I get 10 temp hit points at the moment. And yeah, so I just sort of like brace up and get ready for the fight to come. And
Okay,
I look at Klik and say, "Think you can get me to him?"
I'll do my best.
Yeah. This just like the flame, the infernal runes on your hands kind of like spark and glow, and it almost like coats your body as you prepare to fight with this being that gave you the infernal runes themselves. And so you're good, braced on your turn, and you're hanging tight. Is that
Yeah.
Okay, great. That is going to bring Klik up. In fact.
All right. If I can see the targets within 30 feet, I can move it 30 feet into an unoccupied space. Okay. Preferably one without lava underneath it.
There's nothing cooler than a
Is
psychic
ideal.
bug.
All right. So I am going to. I think I have to. Okay, so I'm gonna move here, and I'm going to focus my attention on Gregory Punch and attempt to psionically, let's see where I can get you to. Teleport this pugilist towards towards his devil foe here. All right, so this is gonna be the best spot. All right, so I can get you to here,
Dang. Okay. Cool. If you were gonna put him on one of these spots or like on the edges there, I was gonna make him roll for it, but that's fully in the clear.
He was here, so yeah, that's 30 feet.
Absolutely amazing.
All right, and then Klik will follow suit and will jump the lava in one long jump and land directly behind Gregory Punch. And I'm gonna spend 2 of my Omnipothy Engine's. Gosh, why can't I click on that? My Omnipothy Engine's charges to regain that side eye I just spent moving Gregory Punch.
Damn, you all. So Klik just like steps up here, looks at you after you say this, Gregory, like, can you get me over there? And she's like, I'll try. And then you just feel like a strong gust of wind almost knock you back, but you don't even feel yourself traveling over the lava as you're just kind of like poofed on the other side with this psionic push. And then right behind you, you see Klik just like soaring up in the air across this lava and then landing behind you. And when she lands, this this like golden mechanical piece strapped to her body kind of like lights up and sparks with this like purple blue arcane energy. And you just see it like go through up in her feathers there. And she's holding her weapon kind of right next to you, ready to go in.
All right.
Incredible work.
That is bonus action, movement, pass.
All right, there you go. 2 of you are over the lava. That's pretty impressive in my book. And now it's going to bring up Flute.
Oh, thanks to Critical Role, I know how horrible lava is if you go into it. Oh, no. I'm going to go, let's see, 5. What's the check I have to make edging around this lava pool?
Oh, I'm not going to tell you that until you decide to do it or not.
Oh, I am doing it. I am going around the lava over here.
No.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
All right,
So
that'll be an
where
acrobatics check then.
Ooh, that's one of the
Can you give
things
yourself
that I
any
have.
extra rolls?
Did you blow your concentration, Moonboy?
No.
No.
Then I still have that guidance, because you don't have to use it on your very next roll. You can save it as long as...
you're right. Okay.
As long as you are concentrating on the spell, I
Right.
can still use it. Okay, acrobatics. Let's do this. You're not gonna fucking believe this. Natural 20.
Look at
again.
you.
Yes!
Aaron Urist is his.
I thought
is
you
with
were
us.
for sure.
I'm never
gonna,
using those other dice again. So that'd be a
for
26.
sure you were gonna say natural 1.
I guess I'll roll the guidance 2. Do I need to? I got a 26. I'll roll it because.
It's up to you.
Okay, that rounded up to a 30.
All right.
30 on acrobatics. I do like a cartwheel around it. Woohoo!
Yeah. Truly, like Klik looked cool as hell, like teleporting someone and then jumping, and Flute almost looks as cool doing a cartwheel next to lava and being like lit up in this moment, and actually kind of looks like, you know, this like superhero over the top athletics along the side here. And because you got a 30, which is like one of the biggest successes you could possibly have, as you're upside down doing a cartwheel and like looking up at the air, you see that this thing on the map right here seems to be a nozzle. You can see water dripping from it. This thing is like, that is about 30 feet up in the air. The rock ceiling is another 30 feet up from it, so it's 60 feet altogether. But these two things seem to be nozzles of water.
Interesting.
And would you like to do anything else?
What are they made? What are they made from?
Stone. Yeah.
Oh, great. Then I will, seeing that, I'll pull a chip of mica from my components pouch, and right in between them I will cast Shatter, which should put them both inside of the radius. I can roll for the damage, but it will be extra since they're made of stone.
Windrider.
Here it is. So they would make, a creature made of inorganic material. So there is no save for just a nozzle.
Yeah,
says
they
it-
just take the damage. Yeah.
It says at the end, I think, what happens with non-creature stuff.
But it does not. They do not have to make saves. They just automatically take the damage from them.
Okay, great. So it's going to take. Oh, okay. So it doesn't take extra damage. It's going to take 3. 9. It's gonna take 13 thunder damage. Both of them each take 13 thunder damage.
Okay, great. With this, there's a huge crack in the room, and then at first you might think it's an echo, but then you see bits of like stone start to fall away, and these crack goes down each one of these large nozzles that you all notice above the room, and water starts to steadily flow from each of these nozzles, very about like a garden hose level, as you have done damage to them and cracked them but not broken them open. And as they hit the lava, steam starts to pour up and out, and it does, you can see just kind of this like almost like stones form where it hits the lava, and steam like it's just like billowing out from where they are. Huge. So you imagine that with this use of this, and with all this success and the use of a spell here, you imagine that if these were to burst, or these were to be opened, it would fill the room with steam, which would make it very hard to see, but it would make the platform solid. And if you broke these, it would absolutely start to fill up this space with water.
Whoa.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't want to fill it up with water.
Oh my God, we're gonna flood hell.
I don't want to drown down here. But if it's making
I think
paths
that's an
to
okay
walk
move,
on, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say,
right,
in the
turn.
next round of combat, because of the steady stream here, and because it's filling up slowly and not quickly, so it's not creating a ton of steam, it's just creating a little bit, there will be basically underneath these, there is a small, underneath each of the nozzles, there is going to be a small platform at the start of the next turn in those squares. So if for some reason somebody falls in one of those, there is a platform on there that is accessible. Don't let me forget. And so that is going to bring up the devil here, as he says, "Good, Gregory, you first." And he is going to fly over to you and go 5, 10. And he is going to take a swing at you with his tail, and I'm going to. It is a 19 to hit. Does that hit you, Gregory Punch?
That will hit me, yes.
All right, great. So you take 10 piercing damage as Klik, you see the tail of this thing just like go up like a snake and strike at him and just hit Gregory Punch right in the side. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please, Mr. Punch.
Can do. Dirty 20.
All right. You and it as his tail comes up toward you, you can just like push back on it real quick and pull it out before you can feel immediately it pierces with this like unnatural burn, and you know that in the same way that he branded you, his infernal power has more than just the piercing damage possible, but you are able to resist it. So you're not taking any additional damage, but he does get to make 2 more strikes at you as he takes his feather quill and he kind of like shakes it out like a umbrella, and it just pops into a trident, and he's going to take 2 stabs at you with it, and that is a 13 and an 18.
13 will miss, the 18 will hit.
Okay, great. He does 15 points of piercing damage as this one just slams into you and is just a straight up, this like giant trident just like sticks into your side there. And
I'll use a shield to try and prevent some of that.
Okay, cool.
So Klik's now completely on board with Gregory Punch, obviously. She's like, all right, if we're going to fight the devil, I might as well protect this guy. And she will use a protective field to remove, 7 damage off of that trident hit.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah,
Nice.
Gregory knocks one of them away and like comes in with the other one, and it comes with the trident hit and it connects with his body. But you, Gregory, can feel the like push back out of again like Klik's telepathy, just pulling the trident back.
You are full of surprises, Klik.
I need you alive.
He looks at you all and goes, "Cute." The magistrate does, and he's going to stay right there, as he does not want to provoke an opportunity attack against Mr. Gregory Punch. That is going to bring us to the top of the initiative order, and just a fun little thing here. Moonboy, as you were right there, you see K.A.I.'s body kind of like jerk and light up a bit, and you can see this green, kind of like this green pulse with this red flame that looks a lot like the haze of this room, pushing back and forth with this like blue gold energy that you would recognize as K.A.I.'s force here. And this devil has lair actions. But the thing that I worked out with Aaron is that I had him roll a d20 5 times to give me contested rolls each time to see if K.A.I. can stop the lair actions with his infiltration of this infernal machine. And Aaron Urist sent me all 5 rolls, and let me tell you, even the digital dice love Aaron Urist. So
yes,
I just
my boy.
roll. So I have 5 DCs to beat, and I'm just going to start over if we go past 5 rounds of combat. But on my first one, the DC that Aaron sent me was very high. That's a 24 to beat. I absolutely did not beat it. And so you, Moonboy, you just see K.A.I. kind of like intuitively, you just know that like K.A.I. is fighting against this thing. And Klik and Gregory, you all feel, and Flute, you all feel this room kind of like jerk and jolt. And there's this like loud pipe, like frozen pipe noise from the faucets above you, and it just like nothing happens.
I think in that moment the Moonboy goes,
He is the one.
And yeah, Bestner's little voice goes, "Be right back." And so we are at the top of the second round of initiative. So Moonboy, you are up as K.A.I. successfully stopped this thing from using its lair action.
Great. I just want to check the text on one spell real quick.
Carlin, is now when you wanted to do the nozzle thing?
Yes, there are platforms basically directly underneath these nozzles, excuse me, that are 5 feet in diameter. And so there are in the front left and the front right quadrant of this lava pool, one of the 5 squares of each of them have a platform in. So if you fall on either of those, you have a chance of landing on the platform instead of landing in the lava.
Okay, the Moonboy is going to walk to this. Well, let's see. I want to make sure that I get the movement correct here. 30, 35, 20. Okay, so I'm going to walk to this point right here, and I'm going to say a small prayer to the moon, and moonlight shines down on my 3 friends. You guys are all blessed, which is the same as guidance, but it's for everything, and it will just keep going.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Nice.
What does guidance do again? Sorry about that.
Guidance gives you a plus D4 on everything that
For
you
like
do
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for a while.
Nice.
And I'm gonna, I guess. So bonus action, I'm gonna attack the demon with once again a volatile, spinning moonlit hurls out of nowhere off of the Moonboy's lunar body and tries to strike this devilish
Wait,
creature.
Is this guidance is a touch spell for one willing creature? Is this something else?
This is bless.
Bless. Oh, of
Guess
course.
bless.
Of course. I'm
Nice
sorry. I'm
try,
sorry.
though.
No. I looked it up. I was like, wait, I know that this is not right. What did you do? Anyway, we're there. You're right. Okay, so what are you doing? Sorry, Moonboy.
So I will be attacking with, so make sure I have the correct 13, 17, 8, 9, 10. So that's a dirty 20 to hit.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So you have lit up this space with moonlight, and that is just kind of like hovering around your friends. And what are you attacking him with?
That is my kind of lunar. That was my lunar bonus action.
Oh yeah.
7. That'll be 11 radiant damage.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I love that your form just has like on each turn these like little tiny moons that spray off of you no matter what you do.
The archer.
Yeah, little.
There's a moon in the farthest reaches of the galaxy that has the image of an archer carved into it. I see it in dreams sometimes.
He says in his like moon voice. So another like lunar orb just like burns through the wing of this devil, and he kind of like looks over at you and glares through his glasses. And are you going to do anything else here?
That is it. I will have to end my turn right there.
All right, great. That is going to bring up Gregory Punch then.
All right, Gregory Punch is pissed. You can see there is just rage frothing out of this man's being. He has been jabbed, he has been stabbed, he was barely protected from taking a whole lot more damage than he did, and he is fucking mad because this guy is clearly toying with us. He, as a bonus action, can do Dread Hand, which means my Infernal Pact visibly shows itself. So you see Gregory just starts to kind of channel power from hell itself. Just infernal energy takes both my fists, and they sort of shrivel up. They look more solid, but they are just like blackened, decayed flesh almost, and all that's left is the glowing runes on the flesh as it just sort of like drinks in as though almost dehydrated, but they look solid as stones.
Very cool.
And so Gregory advances on this thing and says, "Cute? You think it's cute to find a man at his lowest point and offer him power? You think it's cute to use a town as some sort of pawn in your game?" And then I'm going to take my first attack on him.
Oh yeah, get him.
That is going to be... The Dread Hand is going to drop some jaws in about a second here. So that's a 24.
Okay, absolutely hits. It would be nice if any of you all could miss one time in one single combat. But continue.
So he will take a total he'll take 6 damage from that. And then he spends 2 moxie points for 3 additional strikes here.
Oh boy.
And each of them, literally each of them, you can add a d4 to if you need to.
Yeah, and also, so here's the thing about Dread Hand. When I roll a 1 on a damage, it only lasts for 6 rounds, and then I am not feeling great. When I roll a 1 on a damage die for one of my punches, I can re-roll the die, and I must use the new roll even if it's a 1.
Oof,
and then the first time I miss with an unarmed strike each turn, I can make an additional unarmed strike as part of the same action. So here comes the It's a lot. He's punching.
Punch. It's in the name.
So
you know? It's in the name.
That will be a 15.
That misses.
Okay, so let's roll again for it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, actually, yeah, I'm just gonna add the D4 to it.
Yeah, go for it.
My guidance will make the 15 into an 18. Does that hit?
That hits exactly. Yeah. So yeah, with these like big, powerful fists, there's just like a glow of moonlight that brings them in even more. Yeah,
The
absolutely.
moon and hell together at last.
Tale as old as time. An allyship between hell and the moon. Hell. So he's gonna hit him again. It's just gonna make this like sick thud as it deals 10 more damage. Then we're gonna go for another strike here. Oh, that is gonna, I'm assuming a 3. Let me add my D4 to it. No, there's no way. So yeah, that's gonna miss 7. No.
Yeah. No.
So then we're gonna do our miss roll here. That is also gonna miss. So then we go on to our third bonus strike.
Come on, punch.
Come on, punch.
Come along, punch.
19, right? That hits?
Yes, it does.
Okay, there we go. So he will hit for an additional 11.
There we go.
So he just cracks into this thing again. Sorry, I'm just keeping track on paper here because I lose track of numbers very quickly.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Me too.
So then I get my extra attack here. And that will be another 19.
All right, that hits. Just Greg is just boom, 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 boom. Yeah, getting his slugs
For
in.
another 11.
Oh boy. Yeah, you get
So
some
I just
jaw
keep-
punches. Yeah, go for it.
I just keep wailing on this thing, just like each time it sounds like stone hitting flesh, like a mallet. And I'm just yelling, like, you gave me a weapon and thought I'd give it back. You are done. And I'm just thudding into this thing, like blood comes back up on the last one, and I turn to everyone else, like, and there's just like the briefest twinge of shame. I've clearly like lost myself for a moment here. And then I am done.
Yeah.
I'm so glad Gregory wasn't there when we took over the cove.
Right?
Yeah, wait, sorry. I want to get the Klik reaction to this, to like a warrior, like, watching him just like thud into this thing.
So she had just rocketed this man across a pool of lava and is watching in awe and horror at this raisined fists of fury here.
Crispy fists.
Crispy
Yeah,
fists.
I think she's behind him and is first a little aghast and taken aback, and then is inspired.
Yeah. Yeah, you just hear supportive clicks behind you, right? Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Great. Well, you just did a hell of a lot of damage to it. You get some like solid like gut punches and like undercuts on this devil, which is like this big powerful thing, and you just see some ichor start to like drip from its nose there, and it like wipes it with a furry hoof paw, and it's like, Gregory, what have you done? And it kind of like leans over you, and with that, we're gonna cut to break real quick, as it is 9:10 here, just about, and we're gonna take a real quick 5-minute break where we drink, we drink pee, and then we'll be back in just a second to end this infernal battle. So we'll see you
One way or another.
in a moment. Bye-bye. right, hi, hello. We are back here fighting the devil, everybody. You are in this room with these kind of purple-green misty vines on one side surrounding a throne. On the other, there's this big pool of lava, which you all are all in and around, doing a great job of avoiding any negative repercussions for that. And in initiative order here, we have a player that is Klik. Klik, you are up here. As you knew, way ahead of me.
I like those stairs that you walked on to get there.
Is one single player that is not the devil, for it would be Klik. That's who it is. Alright, we're gonna move on. Seeing Gregory Punch absolutely beat the living shit out of the devil, Klik is going to get in there. Is there a position that I can get into that would get this devil flanked? I guess if I run past him, it would be a bad idea.
As long as you stay within within melee range of him, you won't provoke an opportunity attack, so you have to move around the edge of him, which either means moving along this delicate edge here and being right on the edge of the lava, or moving through some of these green misty vines. You could also
that sounds scary. Can I jump over Gregory?
Oh, I don't see why not. I mean, this devil is very tall, but you can also jump 30 feet.
Like if I jump to this spot and then we run along this side here, and then try and get on the other side of him.
Yeah. I'm gonna have you do a athletics check to see how well that goes.
Let's do it. Yeah. Oh yeah, she's inspired. Klik's hyped. All right, Klik is going to vault using her Githka over Gregory Punch and land on the other side of him. She will make an athletics check at present. Oh boy. Is going to be a 14.
14. Great. You are still able to. You did not. You won that athletics contest with the devil.
Right.
So just to say that one more time, you won the athletics contest with the devil.
Oh yeah, we were benching, we were doing jumping jacks. It was a whole thing.
So yeah, you will have to move. Yeah, exactly. You have to be on either side of him to get flanking ability, but you can't do that.
So Gregory Punch is not quite there, but whatever. This is fine. I'll be here. So she'll jump over Gregory Punch and up the stairs, and she will take a big old Githka chop at the back of this devil.
Absolutely. Shoot that shot there.
That is going to be over a 20 to hit.
Cool. I think you have to be 5 feet closer to him, so I'm going to move you right there.
Do I? Sorry. I don't know where his center is.
Yeah.
That'd be flanking, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Perfect. So that gives me advantages on attacks? Is that what that is?
That is absolutely correct. As you kind of you can see a tiny moment of surprise from this devil as he has, pulled out his trident and is focused on skewering Gregory Punch, has taken all of these hits to the face from Gregory's huge fist, and then all of a sudden this giant mantis woman just vaults him and lands on the other side, and you can take that hit. What was your first attack?
That is 8 damage on that first one.
All right, and that is your spear, or your Githka is magical, correct?
Githka's magical, yeah.
Yes. All right, cool.
It's slashing damage, but it is magical.
Okay, cool. Great. You absolutely do that damage.
That's the hook, and then she'll flip it around and try and spike him in the back, and that is a 28 to hit. 23, excuse me.
Sure, absolutely.
Excuse me. That one's 12 damage.
Smash it on in there.
And she is a third attack that she will take, and that one's 23 to hit as well.
Damn, holy shit.
And that one's only 7 damage.
All right, cool. With that, you just into the back of this devil, and cut a bunch of nice slashes in the back of him, and you just see this black ichor just start to drip like blood like down a wall, down his like furry back, and he lets out a and shakes his head, kind of like looking back over his shoulder at you, and his eyes just kind of like spurt up with flame, and he goes, "You all are a challenge." And he kind of flaps his wings, trying to protect himself a little bit. Are you staying right there? Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay right there. That's the end of my turn.
Cool. He kind of like looks a little worried and looks around at you all. That's gonna bring out Flute.
Do these grates that are in the corners of the rooms, do those look like anything to me as I'm running around the room?
You can do a perception check if you move 10 feet forward, because you don't quite have, this is an open doorway, so you don't quite have line of sight on these grates.
Okay. I was going to run around, sorry, I dropped my dice. Okay. I'm going to run around the room to attack this guy, so I will pass. I will go 10 feet up, so.
Okay, great.
A perception roll. 7.
You can add 4 to it.
Right.
If you want D4.
Sorry, I totally forgot. So 7 plus 9.
All right.
9 total.
9 total. You can see fire inside of the crates, but that's it.
Uh-oh. Great.
Oh, they're crates.
Crates.
Oh, they're crates. Oh,
Or
shit.
gates or
I
crates?
thought
Are they
Crates.
crates or gates?
I was gonna let you assume that they were grates, but as with a 9, there is fire inside of these crates in this spot. Yeah.
Up in the
Can't
corner?
push
Okay,
these
great.
ones into the abyss.
No. So when I make an attack, I can move 40 feet instead of 30 feet, which means I can run up on this dude. Do
Holy
you
shit.
Do you need any roll for me to run around the rim of this pit?
We're beating the shit out of the
Sword
devil.
out.
Yes, absolutely. Please do.
Okay.
You get so many attacks too.
I got a.
It's a very low DC, but it's still
With that bless, I got a 22.
okay. Cool. You just nimble as a I don't know, a bee. I don't
As
know.
a
bee.
Yeah.
As a
Sure.
bard from Soissons by the sea.
Here, here.
Oh boy, you just twiddle along really quickly and then move with 40 feet of expertise here. Like just just combat lunge through this space toward the devil. Absolutely. So now that
And I'm flanking as well, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So I will draw Ventress's magical rapier and start slashing and jabbing away on this. Okay. Okay, that will probably hit a 27.
A 27 absolutely hits.
So he's going to take 12 magical piercing damage. I'm going to extra attack him.
Great.
There's a natural 20.
Holy God, y'all!
That's your third?
That's my
your
third natural 20
Crazy.
tonight. I'm using these dice every night.
Do
It's
it.
going to take 18 magical piercing damage.
All right.
And
So
then
nasty.
I'm going to, with my offhand, draw my scimitar and kind of whirl around and slash him on the backhand with that. 21 hits, right?
Yep.
Okay, so he's going to take an additional 7 non-magical slashing damage.
Okay, cool. The 7 is halved, as it seems to. There just seems to be this like
I figured.
fire that pushes back and almost dulls the blade, but it doesn't hurt it. It just kind of like pushes back against it there. But you still just like get that video game combo off of like, elegantly moving through the room and then connecting with the slash in there, and then getting one more, even just that little like tink across the wing, like shaves a bit off, and he shakes his head and almost roars at you all, but it's more of a bleat as it's goat-ish. And he says, "You know not what you're doing. This is the Undying Queen's outpost." He says, like kind of like looking panicked and worried now that he is surrounded. He says, "There will be repercussions for this." And he shakes his head and is going to. Is that the end of your turn, Flute?
That is the end of my turn.
He is going to first move, and he's going to fly up and remain in melee range with Klik and Flute as he's going to fly up in the air and over them, but he is going to take an opportunity attack from Gregory Punch.
Oh, hell
So
yeah.
you get to roll that d20 and see if you get a cheap shot off as he is flying away from you.
Oh God!
All right.
What was that?
So many dice.
Oh, I just also rolled my d4. Do I get the d4 on these ones?
Yes.
You get the D4
Yeah.
on everything. Yeah.
Any attack roll.
Because Jordan is very strategically staying very far away, so I cannot mess up with his
Hey,
concentration.
listen.
Love it.
I know
So,
good.
I only rolled a 15, but I got Bardic Inspiration earlier. Can I add a d8 to this?
Absolutely.
All right, let's go for it.
What do you know the rules of this game, Dan? Jesus.
Get him.
Ah, man, still a waste. All right, so that's I got to 17, but I don't think I
Yeah, a 70
man.
doesn't hit. You connect with his wing, but it's just a tattered bit that has already been torn apart.
You get back here!
I will not. He says,
Just trying to grab his tail.
I will not. This is like it's like a parent trying to
Oh,
get
the,
the kid.
the
to
stream is
leave
on
a-
Rachel.
oh
Stream
my
is just
goodness.
me?
Oh my
Oh.
goodness. Thank
All
you
correct.
for
all
the
the time.
reminder.
All
That's
Rachel,
what, that's
all
what
the
that
time.
meant. I
That's
saw
what the
the
people
Rachel,
want.
Yeah.
your center stage, and then was like,
Yeah.
dang,
Shout
I
out
mean,
to
I'm
her.
on the stairs in the middle.
Yeah.
Groin.
Thank you. I feel like it.
They-
Shout out to Tiger Moon Production,
I feel
who
kinda
usually does
sweaty,
our stream.
actually.
Yeah. Okay, great. So thank you, chat, for helping me run the stream. And so
You're doing
that
great.
I appreciate you. So this is going to be the Devil's turn. He's moved over there, and now he's going to use all three of his attacks. The first one is going to be at Flute, and that is going to be a 20 to hit.
That will hit me.
All right, you take 10 points of piercing damage, and I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
That
no.
tail.
But at least I'm blessed. Constitution saving throw. That will be 17.
All right, cool. That is exactly the number that you needed to hit.
Yes.
As soon as he hurts me, I'm going to use my reaction, and my good eye turns black, and I point my finger at him, and I open my mouth to speak, but no words come out. There's only the sound of a hammer on an anvil, and like sparks come out of my mouth, and there's a flash around him as if like a gas pocket has been ignited, and he has to make a
Whoa.
dexterity saving throw.
Gross.
he got a
But cool.
he got a 17.
I believe that will. So he makes it. So he's going to take half of this.
Saving throws respond to the bless as well, by the way.
Yeah. I added it on mine.
Yeah.
He's gonna take 23 fire damage. Is this? Oh no, he's gonna take half. Sorry, he's gonna take 12 fire damage from
So,
it. Sorry.
and the
I
thing,
was like, that was half.
yeah, a thing I did not tell you, Andrew, when I gave you this little boon, is that it is not fire damage, but ice damage. As when these sparks come out of your mouth, Klik and Moonboy especially, and all of you can see that this sound happens like when he speaks, and from the point of where the devil's tail stuck into Flute, back up his tail, ice just like climbs up it, and kind of like bits of flesh fall off the side of the tail here. And you remember this moment where Flute like held something in his hand that caused other things to freeze, but when he held it in his hand, it did not cause him to freeze. And yeah, so this just moment happens very quickly.
Crazy. Have you ever seen? Do you guys know what a Prince Rupert's drop is? That's what I'm thinking of. YouTube it. It's very cool.
Flute.
It's like a glass thing that's unbreakable, but you can.
Flute.
Yeah, that was just a reaction from taking damage.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw real quick.
All right. You're not gonna fucking believe this.
You did not.
A natural 20.
Cool.
I swear, I'm rolling him in the tray.
I'm just not doing anything
My
tonight.
knight.
Relax. Let's go.
21.
Hell yeah, let's
21.
go.
Crazy.
As a player, I love it, but as a
Crazy.
DM, I have been exactly there.
Oh.
Where it's just like, why does everyone keep punching the boss? Like,
This is coasting speed for me. They've knocked out like 3 or 4. You all have knocked out like 3 or 4 of the things that I had planned, so we can just keep rolling on the other ones.
It is also a weird thing where it's like, I really like this drawing. It's gonna be a bummer to see it just go so quickly.
Dropped into a void.
With the bless, it was a 25.
Great. Absolutely nothing happens to Flute at all, in a good way.
Looney is asking what dice set you are rolling, Andrew.
It's a UR Wizards Artificer dice that my daughter bought me for Christmas that I never use, and I grabbed on my way out the door, and now I will always use it.
Wow.
Father's Day
Because-
magic.
Oh, look at
That's
that.
exactly what it is.
It wasn't proposed.
Exactly
yeah,
what's
but let's say
happening.
it is.
Maybe you should use the gifts that your kids give you more, Andrew, than like.
Well, they're very fragile, and I'm always like, oh, if I ruin them, I'll never forgive myself. But fuck it, I'm gonna ruin them because they're hot, baby.
Yeah.
Because they're hot, and Daddy needs those big 2-0s.
Daddy needs these 20s for his make-believe. Daddy's gotta do crits at the make-believe casino. All right, I'm done. Continue attacking me. Thank you.
Now I feel bad.
No. He made his
He
choice.
has a daughter, Harlan.
Yeah, so anyway, the devil pulls out his trident and stabs them both into you. One is a 13 to hit, and the other is a 14 to hit. I believe
What was
both
the
of
first
those-
number you said?
13 and 14.
Ooh, they both miss.
Yeah, so he's kind of like too rattled by this ice, and he looks at you, and he goes, "What? Where?" Frustrated with you, and he looks around, and he says, "Where are you? You cannot come for Asmodeus. Is it you who's coming for this port?" He says, and he says, "This is the Dying Queens. This is claimed by Asmodeus, his partner." And kind of like shakes his head and looks around. And with that, he's going to use the rest of his turn to run in a panic away from both you and Flute and Klik. So he is going to take these opportunity attacks now.
Let's take these freshies,
Dang.
baby.
But you see, as whether you get these attacks or not, he is going to slam his hand into a wall here, and you hear a klunk as the crate kind of like falls back, and you hear a familiar stamping and huffing that you heard before of a hoof, a flaming
I will
hoof.
hit with mine. I think it still has the 18 AC, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, so I will hit him for 8 magical piercing on his way out.
Alrighty.
Get him.
I hit as well. I hit for 23, and I am gonna do 11 damage.
Get him.
Holy
Get him.
shit. So
Get
yeah,
him.
as he steps
Get him.
away, both of you all just kind of like Flute with his sword and you with your Githka just like stab into him as he walks away. He pulls himself off of the blades walking away from you, and just like leaving this trail of ichor. And that is going to now bring up the Hell Deer, who
I knew it. God damn it.
2 of them are going to both trample out.
With art that good, you gotta bring him back.
Yeah. Oh, they were a couple places in this place.
Okay. Moonboy got run over by a hell deer.
Yeah.
From hell on Christmas Eve.
We did name them Rudolph the Dead-Nosed Chain Deers.
Yeah.
Oh, there's 2. Why not?
And this is the very
in
cool
here.
Steam token that I just want to show off because Joshua Smith, the person who makes our maps, every map,
That's
the map is story.
Oh, whoa, very cool. Holy smokes.
Between Aaron
Literally.
and Andrew, you all have prevented the Steam trap from happening so far, but I just wanted to show off this token for you. So,
Super
there it
cool.
is. Okay, so anyway, the Hell Deer are both going to stamp their way out of this room, and the first one is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, and I need Flute and Klik to both make a dexterity saving throw as it opens its mouth, and you just see a well of fire start to form inside of it.
Boy. And we still have that bless, so we get to add that.
Yep.
Yeah,
Bless
saving throws
is coming
count.
in hot here. I got a dirty 20.
Alrighty, that succeeds.
I got a 24.
And that also succeeds. And shout out to Jordan. I love this help. This is one of my favorites that you've made, but I think it's just maybe because
thank
I
you.
grew up in Indiana and like a little bit afraid of deer as much as I love them. And
They're spooky.
very good.
They're
Spooky
spooky.
animals.
They're spooky, weird critters.
Every now and then
And
you'll
the-
see a deer eating a deer, and you're just like, "What's your little?"
Have you seen the videos of deer eating birds?
Oh, I heard
yeah.
about it. And horses,
Guys.
they'll eat them too.
They can be. If just one tasted a human's blood, it would be all over.
Be done.
I mean, you know, if you're lucky enough to snag one of those salty treats out of the air, then
Ugh.
why not? Go for it, Bambi.
You,
God, if we all go in a deer apocalypse, it's we will deserve it.
Yeah.
They're fast.
you all
They're
both
also
take.
very dumb.
You all both
Deer
take.
zombies.
Yeah, you all both take 12 points of fire damage as
Oh God.
the
That's the
deer
half?
unhinges its jaw and this like big burst of fire comes out. That is half. And
I will.
My.
I will use a protective shield on Sweet Flute.
okay.
I'll reduce it by 5.
Got it.
Potentially irrelevant question, but do I hear them saying anything?
No.
As I can speak to beasts.
Well, okay. I thought it was like for spell reasons, no, but you do hear them come out and they say, "We have not played for a while. We will burn flesh to the ground."
They're like my huskies. They just need the exercise. If this devil would walk them, this would not be a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
this deer's body is very much based on my dog, cause she was my live art template for this deer.
Oh, I love that. That's gonna be kind of dark when they go up in flames. But,
Yeah.
5, 10,
No, there are
15,
thousands
20,
of them.
25, 30, 35, 4... Nope, it's also going to stop
There
right
is also precedent for zombie deers, Rachel. Wasting disease. It's very upsetting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very gross. Flute and Klik, can you both make another dexterity saving throw as this other one, wasting disease, its jaw open and just like unhinges it and lets out a burst of fire.
Oh
That's not gonna do it. 13, even with the bless.
All right, cool. So yeah, that.
12 with the bless.
Ooh, I rolled much lower on the d6s this time though, so that's 16 points of damage. So that shows the difference of the 66 damage I rolled. But you take that fire damage as these two deer just step up side by side, leaning over and letting out these blasts of fire. And this one moans out like, "I want to disintegrate every living thing."
Same. Listen,
And
we all feel like that sometimes.
They're not good deer. They're not good deer. If you thought they were good deer, don't get that thought out of your head. It's fine to kill them. They're doing this for fun. They're not being driven against their will. This is
No one told us to do this.
At the top of the third round here, I have to roll against Aaron's DC that he has set. As you all, Moonboy, you see there's just like another like arcane flash behind you as K.A.I's body doesn't move at all, but you can just see this struggle of energy moving
Explosion of ones and zeros.
about. Yeah.
Whoa, 33 raiders coming in from Fabled 42. Hi,
Hey.
everybody.
Hi,
We're
friends.
fighting
The devil
deer.
in hell.
We're fighting
Uh,
the devil's assistant manager right now.
The magistrate.
Not
and
even
all
like
his
one of the good
helliers.
assistant managers, just like the one who gets the opening shift, the one that no other assistant manager wants.
The morning guy who was up anyway.
Yeah, I'll put his little art up next to me so you all can see who they're fighting, hanging out right Nope, there, next to me. But he is again not able to use his lair action because the missing member of our party.
Yes!
On his second dice roll, rolled a natural 20 and got a 28, and I just rolled a 18 against that. So there's another round of me not being able to use a lair action because Kai is jamming the infernal machine.
What a dude.
Are you guys familiar with a
What a
Decker
pal.
from freaking
Blade Runner?
Shadowrun?
Yes.
Yeah.
Moonboy, it is your turn here at the top of the order, as you have the only clear shot at this horned devil because the two hell deer are between the rest of the party and him, but you have this straight line over at him.
The Moonboy rises up into the air and speaks to the three of them and says, "You speak of repercussions. Today, we are they." And casts a huge beam of light, as though from an unseen moon, massive, falls across all three of them, and I will need them all to make wisdom saving throws, please.
Oh shit! Okay, cool. Absolutely. Well, someone shout out Jason Wardell to all of our new raiders while I'm rolling these wisdom saving throws.
Hey, we are live soundtracked by the wonderful Jason Wardell, who is on the keys this evening. Absolutely crushes it every week.
Yeah, live. He put up the soundtrack from last week on his Bandcamp. It's very good.
There you go. Yeah, the link is in chat for the Bandcamp. Definitely check that out. It's great for writing, great for studying.
You're trying to beat 15.
Whatever you're doing.
Great for help. Well, I rolled 2 5s and a 6, so I hope that
Everybody's.
Andrew, I hope your daughter buys me dice for my birthday. So
It is as though if you can imagine the ghost of an enormous planet moved past these three people, and they are all caught in its immense gravity as time slows around them. They are afflicted as though by the slow spell. From now on. Unfortunately, I believe that drops you guys' blessing, but I think it'll be worth it. Let's close in for this kill. And as a bonus action, I get to make an attack on, let's say, the devil again.
all right, go for it.
Roll it!
Yeah. As you see, all of them are just like covered in this white haze now, and they're just moving.
23 to hit.
Absolutely, that hits.
And it's going to be a moon shoots off of him and does an additional 10 damage to the devil.
Okay, cool. He is now just like dripping ichor from many different points on his body, and you can see there's almost like a flicker to the flame and the steam that is around his body, and he kind of like shakes his head.
And end my turn right there.
Okay, cool. How far off the ground are you?
5, 10 feet.
Okay,
I think
cool.
10 because he rose up before.
Great. Great. So with that, it is going to be Gregory Punch's turn. As you see this kind of like this mighty devil that has horrified you at different points in your life, just looking very flustered and kind of like batting his wings really hard to try and stay up here.
All right. Realizing the optics of this to animal rights groups, Gregory Punch is about to punch the ever-loving hell out of a deer.
But is it
so
not
if I-
saving a hell deer?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of saving them. If I advance on this
Punch
deer,
the
do
hell
I
out.
also get slowed?
No, you had to be there during the thing.
Cool. All right, so I'm going to advance on this deer, and I'm gonna punch it once. Oh boy, yeah, that's gonna be a 22, which is gonna deal a solid 6 damage plus. Does a 15 hit?
15 does not hit. Oh, it's against the deer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The deer have -2 AC because of the slow spell.
It does hit the deer. It does hit the deer. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, so then I hit the deer for an additional 11 damage. I'm looking to clear a path here, so I'm gonna use 2 more moxie points, which will exhaust my moxie, to continue punching this deer.
Hell yeah. I'm sorry,
My
did you
moxie
write
is
down, just to be
exhausted.
sure, it's 11 and what?
It was 11 and 6.
Okay, cool, yeah. So yeah, you're using, just like, this is the moment for you. There's, like you said, clearing a path, and the only thing between you is this, like, very malicious speaking thing that only you can understand the horrible things it's
Yeah,
saying.
it's being really mean, everyone. It's not a nice deer.
Swear.
The next one will be 16.
Okay, yeah, that
So-
hits as well.
No. So it'll take 6 more. The next one will be 12, which I assume we'll probably miss.
Actually, with the slow...
Oh, yeah.
Wait, was it -2, Jordan, to AC?
-2.
Yeah, -2 to AC.
12 misses, sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
Yep.
I've been really punching him. And then last one here. Last one will miss as well, unfortunately.
Okay, cool.
Because it was lower than the last roll. So I get 3 very solid hits in on this deer.
Yeah, you
to
knock its
deal-
bottom jaw off, and just like it just kind of like looks up like excitedly at you after that, like flame, like kind of highlighting its antlers, and
I'm just like wailing on this deer, and like I'm just I'm sorry. Like, I know this is what you do, but it doesn't feel good. Does it survive this?
yes, it does. It does.
The wailing?
Oh.
Yeah, it survives the
no.
wailing.
Oh,
Ooh, I hate
boy.
that.
Rats.
Yeah.
It kind of like looks up at you with its bottom jaw on and goes, "I will consume you."
Oh no!
Which to everybody else just sounds like snorts and huffs.
Gross.
All right.
Great. Okay, Gregory, you
And
standing
then-
right there?
I believe I'm gonna stand right there. I don't think I don't think any of my bonus actions make a ton of sense right now. So I'll call it a turn.
All right, Klik.
Three punches on a deer ain't bad.
Ain't bad. Not bad at all.
All right, Klik, you're
Click
up.
2 will run up to the deer, and we'll take a big Githka chop at the one Gregory has been annihilating here.
Go for it.
Oh boy, that's a 13 to hit.
That will.
No, 14 to hit. Excuse me.
That hits. Yes.
Great.
We'll just roll all 3 attacks real quick. Just see if the other 2
Yeah.
hit.
So on this one, we're gonna try something fancy.
Oh,
So
go for
I'm
it.
gonna roll damage, and then I'm going to do add my telekinetic strike here. So first the damage is 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 damage on the first hit, but I'm going to add a telekinetic strike damage, which is another 7, so 13.
All right.
And then I am going to attempt to use my psionic thrust, and I'm going to try and push the deer into the lava.
Yeah.
Oh,
hell
do
yeah.
it. Let's see it.
So it has to make a strength saving throw equal to I think it's 14.
Man, the amount of 5s
Yes.
I have rolled tonight is about equal to the amount of
Did you
20s
just
that Andrew.
lose?
Yeah, absolutely.
God.
So
It's
yeah,
definitely set my personal record for 20s in one
Listen.
I
night.
think I've set my I'm not just rolling low,
Don't
I'm rolling
question it.
5s so much. So with this,
So yeah, she takes a big baseball swing at a deer and just tries to thwack it into the lava.
it is moved back with this, without even touching it, kind of, it is just like rocketed back and hovers over the lava for a moment before it falls down. And Gregory Punch, you hear it say, "No, I wanted this to happen to all of you. I wanted your flesh to burn." As it just like sinks down into the trying to hoof its way back up, but it can't grab the edge, and it just burns and decays into nothingness very quickly.
He said that's what he wanted. He said it's what he always wanted. He's excited about being there.
What I love about lava is it always reliably fucks up everything that you put into it. even things in hell.
It's true.
Um,
They are not
okay,
immune to fire
so
damage.
that is first attack. She is going to use bonus attack and hit the spike end and try and hit the other deer. That is going to be less. That is going to miss. So, well, 5 plus 8 is 13 a hit.
That hits exactly. Oof. Yeah, with the and you can see too as it like almost dodges out of the way, and in its movement away, this moonlight that is highlighting it, like is causing it to look like it's moving through molasses, slows it down, and you're able to connect with it as the -2 to AC is what caused it.
Great. That's 9 damage on the spike.
Okay.
And then Klik's going to use her bonus action, and
Get 'em.
she is going to huck a chatkcha at Mr. Devil here.
Great. Shoot that shot. Roll a d20 and tell me if you hit.
No, I would have to. That is a 19 to hit.
That hits. As you just, not even with the slow, just directly connect to his chest as the Chachka flies past the deer and connects with him.
That is a just 7 slashing.
Okay,
and
cool.
the chatkcha is magic.
Great, yeah.
And then you know what? We're gonna action surge. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess she can I pivot around here and not get an attack of opportunity on the deer here?
Yes, because you are still within melee range of it.
I will take some Githka chops at this devil. That one is a 16 to hit.
Oh boy, that hits because of the slow. Again, as it, you see him dodging
Like
and
crap.
Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this damage dice. 7 on the first one,
Alrighty.
and then the second hit misses.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
Man, never count out a buff caster though. You know what I mean? Between a fighter and a buff
huge.
caster, you can just shred anyone.
Huge. All right, that's all I've got. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Klik, you just fearlessly like trounce this one deer, shove it into the lava with your mind, and then step up to this gigantic devil and bravely right in front of it, just into it, without any fear of hell
Yeah.
or retribution.
We're fighting now. She's inspired by Gregory Punch's fire here. There's not usually a lot of like other punchers around, so it's like she's like, I can punch, I can do this. is like excited, I think, by the camaraderie.
Incredible work.
But yeah, slow coming in, huge on that combat. All right, that's my turn.
All right. Absolutely. Yeah, this is some real like Klik next to Angus Plow energy of like whenever there are fighters around, you gotta pop off. So absolutely, Flute. It is your turn now. After after Klik kicked the living shit out of my deer and the devil, it is now Flute's turn.
Flute is badly burned.
Oof.
Very much so, but I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I'm going to hold out my rapier at this devil as a College of Swords. It is also my spellcasting focus, and I'll prepare a spell on it, and I'll yell to this devil.
If you tap those contracts now, we'll let you live.
He says, "Okay." And he kind of like raises his hands.
All right.
Call off your deer.
Call off that beast.
You see the deer kind of like looks at him and he snorts at it. And it kind of like stops and looks. Flute, do you want to do anything else in your turn?
I will hold my action and see what this devil does on its turn.
What action are you holding, and what is the trigger for it?
My action is casting Shatter at the 3rd level behind this devil, and if it doesn't tear up the contracts on its turn, I will throw that spell out at it.
Okay. So that brings up the devil here, who pulls out, just like out of nowhere, kind of like out of the trident, he just like pulls this infernal contract, and he's like, I can end my side of obligating these people to give me their souls and their treasures.
Now!
And he's like, he rips them up, and he's like, fine.
And Gregory Punch.
He looks at you. He looks at you, Gregory, and says, "He says, do you want this? Do you want your powers to go away in exchange for your freedom?"
I mean, that's what must be done, correct? My other option is to honor my deal and serve the devil in hell. That doesn't sound optimal at all, quite frankly. I set out to be a hero, and I believe that a hero would sooner lay down his power than serve any sort of infernal master, if there was any way to avoid such a thing.
You can be a hero in hell.
Put that on a t-shirt.
I mean, it's a cool TV show, but
But will it fit on a t-shirt?
It also
Super devil.
is.
Hell, Jim.
I've met the
Helljammer,
deer.
Super
It's not
devil.
great down here.
He says, okay. He says, if you wish to be a weak mortal with a sliver of a chance to redeem yourself because you are not tethered to an infernal contract.
I just bludgeoned you within an inch of your life with a weapon you gave me. So let's not talk about who's weak.
Yeah. He spits out some acorn and is like, that might have been an oversight. I was very bored that day and it seemed fun.
Tear it up.
Yeah, he tears up both of them. He pulls them out. You can see like the cove written real big. Other words in common on there are the Cove of the Bones, the Bones of Fate, and you see the Undying Queen written as well. And he tears it up, and there is a bright blue flame that just like eats it. And then he tears up the other one. And Gregory, you see your hands, the infernal runes on your hands. They start to drip away, just like fading, like like a henna tattoo that has lasted for too long.
perfect
Sweet
reference.
grocery store temp tattoos.
And
I laugh and I say,
Thank you, fool.
and I lied. I was going to drop that shatter either way. I'll cast
Great.
it behind him, and he has to make a Constitution saving throw.
absolutely.
Whoa!
Okay, cool.
Double cross.
I love it. I love it.
Lied
Absolutely
to
love it.
The devil.
So roll that damage for me.
He
Lied
makes
to
a
the
Constitution
devil.
saving throw. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think Klik was bummed. He's like, we've been doing so much killing. You gotta stop because of paperwork. Ugh.
It's a lot of dice.
Okay. Did he make the Constitution saving throw?
Yes, he got a.
Doesn't he have disadvantage? Or I don't know. He has disadvantage on just dexterity saving throws, right?
Yes,
Yeah, dexterity saving.
he got a 23.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So he will take 9 thunder damage.
Cool. As there's this big smash behind him, and you see just like shards of rock slam against him, and he's like, "Ah!" And he lunges toward you after that as well. Where did you move? Oh, you're way the frick
Moved
over
over
here.
by
Damn.
Moonboy.
I guess he will lunge for a Klik then.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, cool. You said 6, right?
What's
Andrew, you said 6 points of damage?
No,
What
9.
did I say? 9.
9.
It was half of 18. I rolled
Half of 18. Okay, cool. Thank you.
9.
Cool. All right. This smash happens against him, and you hear him say, "Does anyone speak Infernal?"
I do.
Okay, cool, great. I thought so.
Or do I still? It's unclear what status my powers are in now that my runes
Uh-oh.
are tucked away.
Yeah, that's true.
You do still speak Infernal.
Okay.
And you will find out on your turn about your abilities.
Status of my abilities. Cool.
And so it's the devil's turn, and he looks over to the deer and he says, "Go tell the queen the port of the cove is faltering." And the devil is going to take his turn, and he's going to look at you, Klik, and he is going to try and stab you with his tail. That is going to be a natural 20. I finally rolled well.
At least I got those papers torn up.
And that is going to be 8 plus 6 is 14 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yowza.
Constitution save can do. Boy, oh
You can only make one
boy.
attack because he's slowed.
Yep.
12.
And this is it.
You said 14 points of damage?
Yeah, 14 points of damage on the Constitution saving throw.
I did not save.
Okay.
I mean, I rolled a 12. I assume that doesn't save.
It does not save. 5, 7. You take 7 points.
You still have that bardic inspiration. It's
Oh.
No,
1d8.
I spent it on the intimidation roll.
Oh,
Rats.
Like 100 years ago. Yeah, I know.
As his tail connects with like a weakness in your carapace and stabs into you, you take 7 points of damage, and you feel a similar drain to your body when you got gnawed on by one of those lampreys, and you take that 7 points of damage. You lose that to your maximum hit points.
All right.
So please mark that down.
Marked.
And that is going to be the end of his turn because he is slowed. But it's now the deer's turn. And Jordan, can you remind me how slow affects movement?
I think it's halved. I think so.
Okay, so it can
Check
only
real
move
quick.
20 feet, but it's still going to be able... It will take an opportunity attack from Klik, but it's going to move 5, 10, and then disappear into the mist surrounding the vines.
I did.
I hit. I rolled a 26.
Okay, cool. And roll that damage.
I doubt I'm going to be able to kill it on the way out.
If it
but
dies
nope.
halfway into the
I have
mist.
rolled my third one for
Like
damage
so many
rolls, so
Stephen King
7
characters.
damage on his way out.
Yeah, so even in this slow motion, the devil gets this shot off at you, Klik, and you see this deer just at full speed run into the base of one of these root vine, like glowing roots and vines, and disappear into the mist where you imagine the wall would be. That is going to then bring up Moonboy as we're in the top of the turn again. Wait, I have to roll to see if I can use my lair action. Nope, I did not beat the 22 that Aaron set as the DC for me to be able to use a lair action.
Also,
So-
at the end of the Goatman's turn, you get to try to save against the slow.
Oh, great. Okay, cool. I got a 7.
That
So
is not safe.
yeah.
That is not gonna do it.
Nope. I actually had advantage and I got a 12, so also doesn't get it.
Still not quite. Okay, I will be the Moonboy. A little bit taken aback by Windrider's double cross. You know, didn't think the old boy was capable of it. Goes ahead and pops off final guiding bolt. Let's see, that's gonna be a 19 to hit.
Okay. That absolutely hits.
So that fellow will take 15 radiant damage.
Oh boy.
And an unstable moonlit flies off the Moonboy with 10 to hit
That misses.
and misses.
Yeah. But
Okay, so the next attack gets advantage.
so yeah, there's this huge flash of light, and this large bolt just slams into the chest of this large devil, who is now just looks rain-soaked in his own ichor, as his wings are tattered enough that he's not flying, and he's just standing there like beaten and disheveled and just like breathing heavily. And he after he gets shot with that, you hear him go, "The Undying Queen will not let this stand. This world is hers, whether or not you want this to be." And he says, "This is bigger than you." And in his raggedy breath, he is just going to ready himself for an attack. Moonboy, if that's the end of your turn, it's going to be Gregory Punch's turn.
Yeah, I am going to
Take
move
him
up
out,
behind
Greg.
Gregory Punch.
All right. So I am going to. How do I feel at the beginning of my turn? Because things have changed.
So you feel withered. But I want you to roll a. You can roll any check that you think is right to check to like feel like if you have your powers or not. Like you tell me what check you would roll, because you can't tell if this being just sort of like did something to you or if you don't have your powers left.
I will roll a. I'll roll a. I guess it would probably be. Do I think this would be a perception roll, or do I think this would be an insight roll?
The JMOUJJ Mufawad Paul said you're now named Gregory Slap, and that's Gregory Poke.
Gregory
pretty
Poke.
good. Yeah.
We're about to find out.
Gregory Kick.
I rolled a 13 perception check.
Okay, cool. With that, you see that the runes on your hands have faded. You do not feel as strong. You do not feel as tough. You don't know what that specifically means for how strong you are, but there has definitely been some sort of connection severed.
Okay. I am going to drag my form. I am feeling like just like my appendages are all heavy. I feel like a guy about to fall asleep. And I'm going to drag myself over to this thing, and I'm gonna try to just punch at it. I'm just gonna keep on going. Are my fists like still like dark and withered? Like, does the skin still look like it's been like dehydrated and like do I still have my dread hand? I guess.
You do not have your dread hand. It
Okay,
seems like your powers
so-
are completely gone.
So these will just be 2 regular punches.
But I will say, I'm going to say this. You get to use the Tavern Brawler feat, because just because you don't have your infernal abilities anymore doesn't mean that you aren't good at punching still. So you can roll an attack roll and add your proficiency modifier and your strength modifier, so your usual attack roll here.
Yeah.
And then you get to, for damage, if you hit, you're going to roll a d4 and add your strength to it, as these are just good old big boy punches.
Hey, man.
Cool.
Gregory
Alright,
kills this dude
so-
with his own regular
I hope
corn-fed
so.
hands.
I hope so.
So punch 1. That's not gonna hit. That's gonna be a 10.
10 does not hit.
All right.
But-
Punch 2.
Yeah, the 16 is what you need here.
Punch 2 is gonna be a 23 to hit.
All right, that hits.
All
so roll
right.
that d4 and add, what is your strength modifier?
My strength modifier is +2.
Okay.
All right, so that will be 4 damage.
Oh boy. So you reel it up here, and you step up to him, and you just, that first one kind of like whiffs as you're not used to it, and the second one connects to him in this like bleeding little bit, and it connects and it hits his jaw, and you just see him spit out and kind of like look down for a second, and he just looks up at you. His eyes are now dripping with ichor too, and he says, "I'm coming for you, Gregory." And he is holding on with dear life here.
This is such an 80s action movie ending that's happening here.
So that's your 2 attack actions.
If I have a bonus action that I feel like wasn't related to my infernal abilities, because I have a couple that are just related to being a guy who can punch.
Yes. Absolutely.
Can I? Cool. All right. So punch 1. That will be 4 damage.
All right.
that I don't think they're useful right now, but in the moment, we'll know. All right, I will spit in his face, and then that'll be my turn.
Okay.
Is the pugilist a fighter?
Sort
No,
of.
it's
Yeah.
its own thing.
We're really. I'm playing off.
Do you get the action surge like a regular fighter?
No, it is legitimately its own. It's like, you know how a rogue is different from a fighter?
Yeah.
It's its own thing.
I was just making sure.
I do. So you got 2 attacks before, right? You got with the regular.
Yeah, I got
pillage,
2
you got
attacks.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a bonus action of like the offhanded strike, because you do like 1-2, and then you just like get a jab in there in the same way that Andrew got his like sword attack and then his little offhand sword attack. So roll that d20 and tell me what you get. This one you won't add your proficient. Or sorry, anyway, keep going.
It's just as is.
Yes, you add your gesture strength to it.
Okay, cool. All right. 14.
14 does not hit. Yeah, it's down to 16. And so it just doesn't quite get up there with that elbow shot. And that's gonna bring up Klik.
Yeah. All right. Klik watches this just brazen display of moxie, despite lack of points, and she screams through her translator, "For Gregory!" and just tries to chop the living shit. I think she tries to decapitate it. Honestly, I think that's the move here.
Yes.
Yeah. This is a 19 to hit.
Okay, it had 1 hit point left, so I'm not gonna make you roll damage here because in that God, it was right there. It was right there, and I just to make sure, we've had the last few guests kill the boss on the last hit, and I was like, I gotta make sure that everyone knows I'm not fudging it, so I threw the hit points out, and you came 1 short of it. But
sad.
yeah, but Klik, if you want to give us this moment, you absolutely can decapitate this beast and call it.
Yeah. She sees Gregory just sort of withered and his power stripped from him after doing like the right thing and the hard thing, and just leaps into the air and puts her full back into the hooked end of her Githka and swings at this devil's neck midair. I think there's a little bit of a twirl. I think it's a little fancy, and it's just enough.
Yeah.
It definitely didn't, like, she didn't need to cut its head off, but it was the moment.
Yeah.
It was right in the moment.
Yeah, she's got the leverage down on it. It's kind of like leaned down. It's gotten beat up by Gregory, and it's kind of like leaning over even, and you just like, and this large goat's head with huge horns just falls to the ground here. And you all are out of initiative here in this hell temple.
Woo!
Wow.
Baby!
Bravo.
Very cool.
Well
Very
done,
cool.
everybody.
Right. Good punching.
I was...
I'm gonna immediately start casting some healing word on myself.
How many hit points you have, Andrew?
as well.
7.
One of these days, I'll get one of you down. Haven't done it since the first encounter, I don't think. But
It's been a little
Well,
while.
I did briefly die in the ship-to-ship battle.
That's true. Yeah.
The Moonboy's gonna rush to check on K.A.I.
Yeah. He is still connected to this thing. You can do an Arcana check if you want to, or an investigation check. The answers will be different. What is everybody else doing?
Klik will put her hand on Gregory Punch's shoulder and say, "You fought bravely. Thank you for your service."
Gregory just has sort of a 1,000-yard stare right now. He's just like looking into the middle distance. He doesn't seem particularly upset about not having been able to finish off the demon. It's more so he's just like looking down at his withered arms, just like devoid of their power, but still kind of warped by the dread hand, like now like faded runes etched across them, and you see that there are just like kind of like tears streaming, like he is like overwhelmed by this, and out loud he just says, "Corundus Planche." So it
Spell
is.
that for me?
I'll type it into the chat.
Is
Yeah,
that your real name?
It was.
Is that your name?
It was once upon a time.
Corundus.
And I did unfortunately earn it in all its infamy. And it's back now to follow me to my grave. He kind of like barely gets himself on his feet, like he kind of shoves himself with his like still balled up fist that he doesn't. It's unclear if he is just out of habit has fists or if it's truly that maybe it hurts to like use his hands right now.
In the moment, I thought it might be best if the contracts are ripped up. I guess, I'm sorry, I didn't think what it would do to your powers.
No, I don't blame you one bit, friend. My alternative would be to maintain my power and serve that foul beast down here for eternity and allow him to use me as my tool, which hardly sounds like a fitting life to lead. This is how it always was bound to end. I had 10 years a hero, and now I return to the world to see if it'll have me.
Well, you could still be a hero.
You can still be Gregory.
I can try. I fear that my reputation returned with my name, and I fear what folk around the world may think if they look upon me, if they see me. Even the people in our own town, who's to say, who may now have some new memory of who I was or how I was. I was a scoundrel. I was a pirate with the best of them, and unfortunately, I fear I may have to make my home elsewhere. Or
we'll make sure every single person in the cove knows that you're directly responsible for them being free. Can't get more heroic than that.
You've had 10 years to amend your reputation. Serving your town and your people. You don't think that counts for anything?
I hope it's enough, but it's out of my hands.
I rolled an 18 on that Arcana, by the way.
So as you all are having this conversation, you see that Moonboy has kind of like floated and fluttered away, and you all can, if you follow him even a bit, like if you're walking away from this kind of like edging around the lava pool, Moonboy, K.A.I is not returning to himself. There is still this kind of like pulse back and forth within here, and his body is not moving at all, not like reacting to this struggle back and forth. But he's his arcane. He is a arcane construct that he has said he made himself. He made his own body, his own armor that you've seen shift around. That he is inhabited by magical energy, and it is safe to assume that magical energy is not currently inhabiting this body.
Whoa.
And yeah,
I kind of knock on his empty-ish head, and I turn to the others, and I go, "Nobody's home.
That's not good."
It's not great."
Is K.A.I's fused?
Can I,
He's left his body?
Oh,
He
sorry.
might still be in there.
Like,
Kinda
do we
point
still
to the
see? We saw
tubes.
evidence of his energy in like the space before. Is there any evidence there?
in the green, like in like the bar,
Like
of,
in the like we saw it fused with his energy.
Yeah.
That we like could see the blue magic.
Yeah, and with Moonboy's check too, like Moonboy's able to like intuit this, and it makes sense to you that there is this like blue swirl that is pushing back and forth with this like green and purple inside of this bar, and you can see like the flitter and flick of, if you look at this room that you all were previously in, if you look at Roll20, there is this chamber where there are what look like almost mirrors with these wispy forms moving inside of them that look like humanoid bodies, and they all seem to kind of like be moving around in like frantically, kind of like switching spots in a way that they weren't before. And you can see this blue energy that you associate with K.A.I flittering between some of these doors as well. These mirror-like rectangles full of this smoke. So yes, that is a long version of saying you do kind of like recognize that K.A.I is within this infernal machine somehow.
He's trapped in the machine.
Well, get him out.
He did say he'd come back, right?
Do I see any instant, easy way to get him out?
You do not see an easy way to get him out. What are you looking at? What do you?
I don't know, but that was my 18 Arcana. I guess I asked the others. I'm like, I don't know. I'm seeing it at the same time you are. I don't know how to get him out.
I think we should leave him touching it in case he can find his way back.
Can I try and communicate with him telepathically through his mind?
Yes, absolutely. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Go, great, here we go.
As your mind reaches out and like makes contact with his body, it has to go a little bit farther. What did you get?
Oh, it's a critical fail.
Oh boy.
Oh!
As you reach a little bit farther here, and there's nothing inside of the metal body that you would recognize as K.A.I. And as you push a little bit farther, you hear a voice in your mind. And give me just a second here, as I'm going to throw just you and me up here on screen for a second. And as...
Do you want us to take off our headphones?
No, you're good. As you hear a voice say, another one. I've heard of you. Klik, is it? I met one of your friends. She wooed one of my dragons, Ignova. And the dragon's been a problem since. Anyway, but I want you to know, Klik, I can't catch your friend right now, but tell him when you see him. With Ventress gone. Thank you for that, by the way. The Meridian Tract is nothing but a bunch of toothless elves. The Arcane's machines can't stop me. The Kreen zealots can't stop me. This crystal sphere will not escape the world like Cyril Ethics did. I've regrown the child of the World Tree. Hakatha has already surrendered, and Florial's portals have been reclaimed. There is nothing this realm can do. You tell your friend that. If you want to destroy the beehive, you should not burn it, she says.
I don't understand. Who are you?
Scully!
She'll be back. Yeah, there it is.
She says, I am the Undying Queen, and I know all of your names.
We'll fight you. And we'll save our friends. And
Hell yeah.
you can't take this crystal sphere. It's not yours to have.
She says, we'll see about that. I hope I do get to meet you someday, Klik. She says, I've heard your homeworld is trying to put up their defenses against me, but the colony cannot persist. I will not let it be. They will be devoured. They will not be allowed to wiggle around anymore. Balance will be brought back. I will reorder reality to be exactly what I know it can be. You tell your friends that, Klik. And I'll see you soon.
God.
What are we seeing?
Hell, the wrong number. Jeez.
Sorry.
You all only see Klik just kind of like stumble almost and just like droop over for a second. With very quickly she comes back and K.A.I.'s body slumps down to the ground.
No.
like falls away from this thing, and you feel movement of the ground around you, and you see that you can see very easily that the vines from the room that you all were previously in are starting to spread forward and move forward and pulling the ground.
Can we get him out of here? We've got to go. Let's go.
Yeah, can I run? I didn't want to fully leave that room. I can be back on roll 20 if you want to see where I was. But
Sure.
I definitely wanted to... that devil had, like, the trident that was also its pin, right?
Yep.
Is there any way I could grab that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Does it have anything else of note? I don't want to spend, like, time searching. Does it have its contract scroll, anything like that?
No, but that trident is on the ground.
I'll grab it.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, like its body has been like consumed in like this pool of ichor. It wasn't really holding anything or wearing anything. It seems like this is a magical item that you might be able to tinker with later more. But there's nothing else like physical around the body. I'm not even going to make you roll a investigation.
I'll grab
check
it,
for that.
and I will run to join my companions.
All right, great. Does anyone else want to do anything? Moonboy is starting to pick up K.A.I. Does anyone else want to do anything in this room before you all take off?
I will definitely help carry K.A.I.
Yeah, Moonboy's not doing a good job.
I was
by
gonna
himself.
say-
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah. Let's make Moonboy carry our metal friend all the way out of this
He
collapsing.
can't see without his glasses.
One moment. Here, you carry this. And this just hands us. Klik just hands Moonboy his mustache.
Thank you. Thank you. He puts
Does
it
it
on.
look
Seems
like
to calm
K.A.'s
him.
Does it look like K.A.'s energy is still up there? Can we see that light, that blue light?
Roll a perception check.
Oh, it's bad. 4.
You're not sure. All you see are the vines are starting to pull bits and pieces of this ground apart. The water from these faucets is starting to drip more and more as you see like bits of stone are starting to fall from the ceiling as well. And the pool of lava is starting to turn to stone quicker as more water is pouring into it. Steam is rising of it, and through the steam, all you see are more vines kind of like reach forward. So you have to make a choice of like spending more time here to investigate more things about this connection K.A.I had with the machine, or just grabbing his body and going.
I
don't
looked
know.
for him
Should
in
we
there.
leave?
I couldn't find him.
If we leave and this place falls apart, we could lose him forever.
What would K.A.I do? He would wake up. Wake up, you idiot!
Gregory, can you see? You've been down here longer than anyone. Do you know anything about this?
I've never lost a soul to this place. I've never been separated from my body here, but I sense that the entire dimension is likely beginning to fold in on itself.
He's in here. He has to be.
Where was
He
he?
has
Where
to
did
be
you see him?
in this.
Where?
Here doesn't seem like it's going to be a place much longer.
Are you saying he's in his
No,
body,
he's
Klik?
in his body. Sorry, is
Oh.
what I meant to express. He has to be.
Then
But
why
didn't we see
isn't he
him
waking up? He doesn't
flickering
need sleep.
around?
He doesn't sleep.
Who saw him flickering around?
All of you all.
Yeah.
Okay, great. The Moonboy is going to fly over to this bank of... Was it in this bank of people?
Yeah, he was like moving throughout. Like there was just like a blue form that you would recognize as like
Great.
a symbology of K.A.I.
He's going to wait for the moment when he sees this blue form in the bank of pods in front of him, and then he's going to cast Thunderwave and try to shatter them all at once.
Okay,
in
cool.
a moment of panic.
Roll an attack roll. And Klik, can you also roll a Constitution saving throw?
Oh yeah. I just want you guys to look at this cat.
Skelly.
Saving throw.
So
All right, 24.
You feel a wince on the wound that you took, and you only take 4 points of damage, but that it comes off your hit point total as well, as it seems like
God.
this wound is going to continue hurting you.
This
Jeez,
is
a
a
little.
lethal wound.
Moonboy, what did you get on your attack roll?
11.
One of these glasses that you walk up to shatters as you see a blue spark amongst it for a second. It shatters, and you just hear a "Oh!" as like smoke comes comes out of it and floats up to the ceiling and starts to connect with this mist that is pushing itself out into the room here, where these like soul containers are, as the vines are spreading themselves out here.
I cast it again.
Roll an attack roll.
Moonboy,
I have to get him back!
you're hurting me.
No! 11 again.
Is that what's hurting her, or the wound from the devil is hurting her?
The wound from the devil is hurting her.
Okay.
Well,
I think
just-
Rachel is being funny.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
No, I thought they were absolutely attached.
No. Sorry.
just checking.
No. It is not
okay.
that damage. This wound seems to be spreading a little bit.
Yeah.
And so another one breaks, and you just hear a "oh" as the another like wisp of smoke joins this haze that is the branches just slowly growing out of the archway and over this steaming lava.
Friends, I do believe that if we don't leave this place, we never will, and I did not give up what I just gave up to spend eternity in hell.
He's here. He's still here. Moonboy's crying
Alright.
at this point. It's not working.
Does it seem like it's a good thing that these souls are being freed, or a bad thing?
Roll a religion check.
I mean, because they're trapped in these weird vessels currently. That'll be a 7.
No skin off your ass one way or the other.
I don't
Moonboy, we have to go.
okay. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah, Klik runs, clicking and clanking with the metal and dripping with fucking garbage. I mean, she's banged up.
Yeah. Some nice devil ichor on her.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, then you all are just scooping up K.A.I. And exiting here, and you go back up through. You're able to walk across this golden gate that has folded down as a bridge that connects you up to the entrance, which is this like misty glowing hallway that you walked up through. And as you walk up the hallway, it just seems to continue to go and go and go, and you can hear the crunch behind you of these vines. Gregory Punch, you can hear the piranhas that were in the pool behind you being like, "Oh no, what are these vines? What are these vines? And flesh, these aren't flesh." As it seems to continue to be creeping up of this into this hellmouth. But there's no doorway in sight, and so I'm interested in how you all are solving this, what you all are doing to kind of like try and find a door in this misty hallway that just seems to continue and continue.
What if we get out the way we got in?
That's what we're trying to.
Yeah.
I mean, we have
Oh,
to
we have to
give
give-
it something.
Oh. I don't know. I think we killed who we had to give it to.
Are we like standing in the approximate like area that we came in at?
Yes, yeah, it is basically a moving sidewalk of a hallway that just continues
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
I'm gonna take out that note that I got mysteriously and kind of turn my back to the group, and I'll whisper,
Hello, friend. Can you open this door for us?
You feel a little itch next to your neck, Windrider,
Ah!
and you pull out a piece of paper from your like collar
my
line.
neck.
Ah!
Cool. What does it say?
Yes.
Right, great.
I have an idea. Is there any way I can turn this trident back into the pin?
Yeah. I'm gonna say that you will have to later spend time to attune to it, but in this moment, because it's fucking cool, absolutely.
Cool.
Just a button.
Yeah.
Like an umbrella.
I'm gonna flip that page around and put it on my leg, and in my hasty handwriting, I write contract at the top, and then I put a line underneath it, and then I write,
Friend, this domain is yours, but the cove above is not, as long as you agree to keep the Undying Queen from coming through to the cove.
and I sign it.
Windrider.
Another line appears on the piece of paper, and you see the name that signs it is the Rider. And you see that your line that you signed, Windrider, kind of reworks itself to say Flute Whimteaser. And there is now a contract that says, that agrees to this, with one of the lines saying Flute Whimteaser in your handwriting, and the other also in your handwriting that says the Rider across it. And with that, in this little private moment you're having, all of a sudden, in front of you, Gregory Punch, a door appears.
Whoa.
I will, just walk through it. I'm gonna stumble through the thing.
Yeah, and as you open it, you just see it stretch open, and you can see it start from a very small circle to a brighter light as the goat whose mouth you stepped into to get here opens up into a doorway, and you all can walk out of it back into the hazy light of this jungly cove that is the Cove of the Bones.
Ooh. Can I ask the lion statue? I know we're kind of running long, but I just want to know before I forget. I'll ask the lion statue.
How you feel now, friend?
It turns and looks at you and goes, empty.
Oh.
Well, better than it was before.
And cool. I want to let the heroes go back into the crew go back into the town. But Gregory Punch, I know that you have said you are going to depart ways here. So I imagine that maybe you would. Do you want to say your goodbyes to the town, or are you coasting off in some way?
So Gregory Punch quietly returns to the place where he stays. And just sort of gathers up his things. There's not a lot of them. He just has, a couple of clothes. He has just, regular effects, nothing too fancy. He doesn't even have a weapon because for the longest time his fists were his weapon. And he kind of puts it all into a rucksack and heads to the outskirts of town where... on the outskirts of town, there's an old ship. It is basically it's like a space version of a little sailboat or schooner. And he kind of uncovers it, having been camouflaged in for what looks like a very, very long time. And just sort of gives it a bop on the side, kind of limply, he hits it once he was the Fonz, but now it's really taking some effort to get this thing to pop open. And he quietly, without a word, gets into the ship, sets out his belongings, and kind of looks sparsely over this dusty environment that he hasn't been in for a very long time, fires it up, and begins to leave without.
Yeah. So can I? This is beautiful and good, and I want to thumbs up to all of it. But can I throw a little thing in there with you? Can I join you in this?
Of course.
So as you're pulling this dusty, uncovering this dusty ship, you hear a little whistle, and you turn around, you see a very muscular woman with a kind of an undercut and one very big golden mechanical arm leaning against a tree watching you, and she goes, you went with the party down into hell, yeah?
I did.
And you're getting gone? You're sneaking out without coming back being a hero?
I'm not sure there's enough of me left to keep being one.
Well, I've lost a few parts of myself and still ended up okay. I need to get back home. I need to go warn my sister of a couple things. Could you help me out? Could you look out for me and get me back there? I need to go quick.
Well, I guess I've got the space.
Well, that's good because you need some magical powers to get that thing floating. And she looks down at your hands and then looks at her magical hand, and it kind of like one of the fingers pops open, a small cigarette comes out, and she's like, no, not that one. And then she like, again, it like unfolds, and you can just see some magical runes on it. She was like, I'm happy to power this thing for you if you accompany me, if you don't mind me going along with you.
I'd be happy to. Frankly, I could use the protection, and if you're in a giving mood, I could use a smoke after the day I've had, quite frankly.
She says, sounds great. And two of her fingers pop open, and there's one out of each. And she's like, so why did they call you Gregory Punch? She asked as you all both sit in the ship, and it starts to like lift up and go this way and that way.
Well, there was this thing I used to do a whole lot. And it's a bit of a story, but we've got a little bit of a ride ahead of us, so buckle up and I'll tell you.
All right.
But they called it Gregorying.
I would Greg all over town.
She's like, well, I'll tell you how I got this arm then in exchange. And with that, the ship kind of like lifts off and up and toward the center of this universe. So
Incredible.
Thank you, Dan, for carrying away the NPC with you. And God damn, just cheers to this incredible character.
Thank you.
Oh, boy.
G-Punch.
A masterclass in how to build a fighter that is deeply full of flavor. So
I
thank you.
loved it.
Thank you
so
so much.
Good.
Thank you for sending him off in style. I love it.
Cool. I will. That was Gregory's kind of like slink away moment, and we will pick up next session with you all returning to the town here and taking your next step. But I just want to shout out that this is the end of Arc 2. So I didn't want to announce it because I didn't want to. Oh, hi, Jason. Hey, Jason. How's it going? Hi, hello. It's Jason's here, everybody. Say hello to Jason. And I wanted to shout out that, I didn't want to do it ahead of time because I didn't know exactly how tonight was going to end, but that is it. So thank you all so much for hanging out with us inside of it, and we're going to be starting Arc 3 on the 28th, next Monday.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
What a game.
Oh, what a good night. Thanks so much,
So
Dan.
No,
a lot
thank
of
you.
comments in chat about you being the best guest. So we'll get you
Such a
high
fun
praise.
character.
we'll get you a button or something.
Can I say as an epilogue while Dan's here that the Windriders will definitely start a barroom song at the Wasp of Carandus Planche, the goat slaughterer. It'll definitely.
I love it.
Oh, say that sentence
Definitely
again,
make-
Andrew. Say that sentence again.
Yeah.
Carandus Planche, the goat slaughterer.
Oh, boy.
A tale of Carandus Planche's heroic exploits that saved their town.
It's very good.
Where is he now?
Incredible.
No one knows.
No one knows.
Unless we die immediately in the next session, in which case it doesn't happen. But hopefully.
Shall say.
Well, great. Dan, thank you so much for coming to hang out with us. Everybody,
Oh, thank you.
please
This is super fun.
go follow him on the Twitters. Go check out his book that he discussed earlier. It's I'm excited. I ordered it. I'm excited to get check it
incredible.
out.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, do it. Thanks for playing some D&D with us. Do we have anything else to shout out before we call it for the night?
Get enough
Oh, we
sleep.
have-
Drink enough water.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We're going to be streaming
What a flow.
another game in July. It
Oh,
won't
yeah?
just be Better Than Heroes. In July, on Thursdays, we're going to be streaming a game that I made up called Duster. We're going to be streaming some two-parters. We've got some cool guests. It's going to be great. We'll have more information next Monday, but yeah, that'll be Thursdays in July, so look for that. If you want more info, you can also go to my site, occupiedhex.com. You can get on the mailing list, maybe win some free dice, win a dice gift certificate, whatever.
Cool.
And I'll tell you all about it.
Yeah. More games from
One
us.
more big shout out for our sponsor, Big Top Productions,
Big Top.
for helping us pay all of our awesome people, including Jason Wardell, who live soundtracked tonight, and all nights that we are lucky enough to have him, and to our director, Case Drury of Tiger Moon Productions. We'll be back next week with Arc 3.
Arc 3.
Woo!
Woo! All right, and one more shout out to Every Map's a Story on Instagram. It's Joshua Smith, who did our amazing map tonight. So, yeah. All right, that's it, everybody. We'll see you next week. Thanks, Dan.
Ooh, boy.
Have a good one. Later, y'all.
Stargazer, Moonboy, Klik, the Crusher, K.A.I, Humbly Chef, and the Windrider, Flute, Whimteaser. They're better than heroes. They'll never be zeros. Better than heroes.